Hey Jets fans, it's your friend Scott Salmon from Gangrene Nation, here to recap the loss to the New England Patriots by a score of 29-26 in overtime. So with this loss, the Jets fall to 3-4 on the season, heading into this next game against the Miami Dolphins. The Jets had plenty of time, plenty of chances to win the game during regular time, but unfortunately fell during overtime. So I'm going to give you guys three ups, 3 downs of the game, as well as three plays that made the game. The first up is Jeremy Curley, who had an absolutely amazing game. I really think this was his breakout game. This really put him on the map. He had about 120 receiving yards, and he was just phenomenal throughout the whole game, making these clutch catches, first downs. Really just great stuff from Jeremy Curley. Really positive stuff to look at. The next one was Justin Keller, who's coming back obviously from the hamstring injury. He looked great. He was really Sanchez's safety blanket, and as the game wore on, he got better and better, made more and more important catches. None more important than his touchdown to bring the score up to 23-20 Patriots. The last is Nick Folk, who's been automatic this season. He is 11 for 11, has 100% completion percentage on his field goals. He's just been phenomenal. In a season where the Jets have been pretty up and down, Folk has been one of the few players that has been extremely consistent throughout the whole season. Now for three negatives, 3 downs. I'm going to have to go with the coaching. There were a lot of questionable calls, such as the slant calls to Chad Shillings, taking out Tim Tebow when they were close to the goal line, the prevent defense at the end. There were a lot of conservative plays, I think, by the coaching staff when they were playing almost not to lose instead of playing to win. And I think that really cost the Jets, especially towards the very end of the game on defense, when the defense went to prevent and Brady was able to just march down the field and get the 2 field goals to tie and then win the game. The next one is got to be the Hill drop, the drop pass by Stephen Hill. It was absolutely brutal. It forced the Jets to settle for a field goal instead of what would have been almost a guaranteed touchdown. If he caught the ball, he would have had one defensive player to be in open space. If he didn't get the touchdown, he would have at least had a first down, and we would have been extremely close. And that was just a brutal drop, especially because the entire drive and before, he had been pretty good. His hands had been solid, and so it really stuck a dagger, I think, into the Jets and really hurt them a lot mentally. The last down is going to be covering Rob Gronkowski. The Jets defense throughout the whole game, I shouldn't say the whole game, until the very end, did a really great job of covering all of Brady's threats. Wes Walker was pretty much shut down, or Aaron Hernandez didn't really do much, Brandon Lloyd, etc. So they weren't able to get much success except for Rob Gronkowski. And he's obviously, I would argue, the best tight end in the league, so it is always going to be difficult to cover him. On one of his touchdown passes, Landry had almost perfect coverage. But I think that he was really Brady's only weapon between the 20s. And so Rex Ryan has to figure out a way to cover him. So now the 3 plays that changed the game, I'm going to say the first one is going to be the kickoff return for a touchdown by Devin McCourty. This really just changed the momentum of the game after the Jets had a phenomenal start, and the momentum stayed with the Patriots until the beginning of the 4th quarter because of this kick return. The next one has to be Sanchez's drive to bring the score up to 23-20. They ended it with the Justin Keller catch for the touchdown, so I'll say that as one of the game-changing plays. It was 95 yards in the 4th quarter. It was really phenomenal by Mark Sanchez. And the last one, I'm going to go back to the Stephen Hill drop. That really changed the game, made the Jets settle for a field goal instead of possibly get a touchdown. If I had to pick one specific play that lost it for us, it'd be that. But there were a lot of plays that really could have gone either way. Could have won the game for the Jets. But I guess if I had to pick one, it'd be that. So next week we're playing the Miami Dolphins. It's a tough game. We need to win though to go 4-4 before the bye. This is about where the people expected the Jets though before the season started. So we're not in a bad place to be. We've proved every week. So I'm looking forward to next week. I think we got a great shot to beat the Dolphins at home. So thank you for listening.